Hello, my dear students. This is Mrs. Shayma Gharib, and today's lesson about order of operations or laws of arithmetic, missing brackets. Before you watch this video, you have to watch the video of order of operations to be able to understand the type of questions in this video. Let's start by revising some rules before you watch any video. First, you have to sit in a quiet place. You should have your pen and a piece of paper to take notes and to solve the questions. You should pause the video after each question, then you try to answer on your own. Then you play the video to check your answer and to understand the question in case you get a wrong answer. Are you ready? Let's start. First, let me remind you of the order of operations. In the word BIDMAS, B stands for brackets, I stands for indices or powers, and the D and M stands for division and multiplication, and we said they both have the same order, and A and S stands for addition and subtraction, and they both have the same order, and we do the one that comes first from left to right. Now look at this type of questions. Put the missing brackets to make the sentence correct. In this type of questions, I want all of you to pay attention to this information. There could be one bracket that includes one operation in the sentence, or there could be two brackets in the sentence, or there could be one bracket that includes two or more operations. So these are the cases that we could find in this type of questions. One bracket with one operation inside, or two brackets in the sentence, or one bracket that includes two or more operations. So now let's see the first example. 3 plus 4 times 2 equals 14. So we need to put the bracket so that the answer is 14. If we try to do this normal without bracket, so we should do the multiplication first. Then the sentence will be 3 plus, when I do the multiplication, it will give me 8. So 3 plus 8 equals 11. But I need to put the bracket in a place or on an operation to make the answer 14, not 11. So where should I put the bracket? Of course, on the addition sentence or the addition operation. So if we did the addition first, because the bracket includes the addition, so I have to start with the bracket, then I have to start with the addition. Let's check our answer. Inside the addition, in the bracket, the answer will be 7 times 2, which is 14. So the place of the bracket can change the answer of the sentence. Now let's see one more example. In this example, we have here many operations, as you can see. We have subtraction and multiplication and division and addition. And we need the answer of this calculations to be 42. So I need to think. The sentence starts with 45 and the answer is 42 after all of these operations. So if I have 45 minus a number that gives a 42, then this number should be 3. 45 minus 3 gives 42. So I need to make the answer of all of these calculations to be 3. Let's think of a good place for the bracket to change the answer of this one to be 3. So if I put the normal, that I should start with the multiplication. So I will not put the bracket here. It will not give me the 3 I want. And I have division. If I did the division first, so it will give me here 2, and 4 times 2 is 8 plus 5, so it will not be 3. So what about the addition? If I put the bracket on the addition sentence, that means I have to start with the bracket. So I will rewrite the whole sentence. Let's check together. I will rewrite the whole sentence and I will only replace the bracket with number 8 because 3 plus 5 equals 8. Now I will solve the calculations. I have subtraction, multiplication, division. So I will start with the multiplication because we said division and multiplication, they have the same order. The one comes first, I do it first. So I will do the multiplication first. So I will write the 45 as it is, the subtraction as it is, and the multiplication answer is 24. Then the division as it is, then the 8. Now I have subtraction and division. So I will do the division first. So the answer of this division is 3. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. 45 minus 3 equals 42. So this is a method. Sometimes you need to try the bracket into many different places until you get the required answer. So it's a trial and error question, but if you think before you start to do the trials, you could save more time. Now let's do same calculations exactly, but this time we need the answer to be 87. 87 is larger than the 45, which means I need to start with this subtraction. What do you think? If I put a bracket on the subtraction, there is no number when I subtract it from the 45, it gives me 87. So I cannot leave this subtraction to the end. So I need to start with it. So I will put the bracket around the subtraction. 45 minus 4 gives 41. Then I will keep all the calculations as it is in the same order and the same position. Now I have multiplication and division and addition. So which one should I start with? The multiplication. 41 times 6 equals 246. Then division, then 3, then plus, then 5. Now I have only two operations, division and addition. I will do the division first. So 246 divided by 3 equals 82. 82 plus 5 equals 87. Is this clear? Now let's see one more example. In this example, I need the answer to be 12. What do you think? We had two examples that includes only one bracket. In this example, we are going to have two brackets. A bracket on the subtraction and another bracket on the addition. So if I did the calculations, 45 minus 3 equals 42 times 2 divided by 2 plus 5 equals 7. So which one should I do first? The multiplication. 42 times 2 equals 84. Divided by 7 equals 12. So sometimes I need to have two brackets in the sentence to get the required answer. As we said before, our answer could include one bracket or two brackets or one bracket with many or with two or more operations. Now let's see one more question. This is the same example from the previous slide. Now we are going to do the same numbers exactly, but this time with a different answer. So it's the same exactly, but this time we need to do it to get 27. Okay? So 45 minus 3 times 2 divided by 2 plus 5 equals 27. What do you think? What should I do now? 45 minus what gives 27? What do you think? 45 minus 18 gives 27. Can I make these calculations 18? Let's look at the numbers and decide. I have 3 times something. So, do you know any number when you multiply it by 3, it gives you 18? 6. Can I make these calculations or the rest of these calculations 6? I have 2 divided by 2 plus 5. Yes, of course. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. But then it means I have to give the priority to these calculations to be done first. So which means I can put the bracket around these two calculations together. In this case, I will start with these calculations. So the 45 stays as it is, minus 3 times 6. How we get the 6? 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Now I have subtraction and multiplication. So 45 minus, which one should I do first? The multiplication, of course. So it will be 45 minus 18. 45 minus 18 equals the 27. Is this clear? So in this case, we have the bracket on two operations. Now, our last question. We need this sentence to give 24. So 45 minus what give you 24? What do you think? 45 minus 21. So now, can I make all these calculations 21? I have 3 times, is 3 a factor of 21? Yes, 3 times 7. So can I change these calculations to be 7? Yes, of course. If I put the bracket here, I will get 7 inside. Why? Because I will start with the division. 2 divided by 1 equals 2, plus 5 equals 7. So I will do this. Let me erase this to make the steps more clear. So I will put my bracket around this calculation, the 2 together inside the bracket. So I will keep the 45 as it is, then the subtraction as it is, the 3 as it is. What inside the bracket? I will start with the division. 2 divided by 1 equals 2 plus 5 as it is. Then I will continue the bracket. 2 plus 5 equals 7, and I will keep each other number in its position in the sentence. So now I have multiplication and subtraction. I will do the multiplication first. 3 times 7 equals 21. So 45 minus 21 gives the 24. Can you do the answer of the same calculations, but this time without any bracket? I want you to find the answer for this calculation without any bracket. Just find the answer in case there is no bracket in the sentence. So what do you think? I have subtraction, multiplication, division, and addition. So which one should I start with? The multiplication. So let's do the multiplication first. So the 45 will stay as it is. And we said I will start with the multiplication. So the 45 as it is minus, what is the answer of the multiplication? 6, then divide by 1, then plus 5. Now I have subtraction, division, and the addition. Which one should I start with? The division. I will start with the division. So I will keep the 45 as it is, minus as it is. 6 divided by 1 equals 6, plus 5. Now I have subtraction and the addition. Which one should I start with? The subtraction. So when I do the subtraction first, 45 minus 6 equals 39 plus 5 equals 44. Is this clear? This is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for watching and see you soon.